Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for this episode of Ready, Set, Resell. This is my bins haul number 8. I'm Vicki, and I am here today to teach you a little bit about how to do things online, but first, how to find some great items to sell online. You know, selling online is great. You can make a lot of money, but unless you have a steady supply of products for your business, it makes it really hard to keep your customers happy. And that, of course, is the number one thing you need to do as an online seller. So thank you so much for joining me today. I am going to go through the haul I did a couple days ago. So today's January 20th, 2021. And I did this haul a couple days ago at the bins. Now, I normally show you my receipt. Unfortunately, I could not find it. So I am just going to show you sort of my overview of what I found. Now, I do have started getting soft goods, which are basically clothes, shoes, anything miscellaneous household items. And then there's also a category called hard goods. And those are typically going to be glassware, ceramics, anything super heavy. So for those of you who don't know, the bins, or as the nickname for the Goodwill Outlet, we have 2 Goodwill outlets here in St. Louis. And what you do is you put all your items in your cart and you buy in bulk. And so it's pretty exciting because it allows you to get things that you need. It allows you to kind of get things that don't cost very much at all, to experiment, to see if you might make a craft project out of it or sell it online. And so I've got a few of those items today. So I'm excited about this haul. I'm going to start with the hard goods because, as many of you know, I make roses out of neckties. Those are my ties over there. And since I'm selling them for Valentine's Day, you can find them at revintage.com. You can see that below on the ticker of where you can buy the roses. But I need some great containers to put those roses in as vases. So I found quite a few. Actually, I found about 12 items, and all total, the price for all 12 of those items, when you weigh it, it's like 25 cents a pound. Those 12 items only cost me $2.50. I think on the actual receipt, it was $2.30 something cents. So pretty crazy, but these are great. So the first item is this vase. It's got butterflies on it. So I thought this will look really great with some orange, yellow, and black ties. You know, it's just very simple. It's got a little bit of a mark here on the bottom, but this is going to look really great with roses. And since it's so cheap, I don't mind experimenting with different items like this. The next item is a very heavy piece of crystal glass. I think it's originally a taper candle holder because it's got a small hole there, but it also has a larger hole here. This could have been for a pillar, but I'm going to use it as a vase. And so this will look great with some roses for Valentine's Day. And one of the other items that I've been finding a lot at the bins, or at least one every time I go, which I think will make really cute gifts, are these Lolita glasses. And so Lolita makes a line of glasses that have a cocktail on the bottom of a cocktail. You can make this particular glasses theme is last night out. It's for a bachelorette party, as you can see, but I will show you in later videos how I make the ties out of pink and black, make roses out of pink and black ties. And this will be a really cute gift for someone who wants to celebrate their friend's bachelorette party. A few other items of glassware. This is a small container. This is going to look great with some back to school celebrating teacher roses. We've got these. These are pretty standard, and actually, you know, there may be a reason to sell this as a 4-glass set if I find a 4th one, because I'm finding that there's a lot of home items on Poshmark that someone might want. These, I think, are called Pilsner glasses, but what I like about them is they're about the right size for my roses. They also have a large opening, and the roses have really thick sticks, and so the way that I make them, I want to make sure I have a wide enough vase for them. So I've got 3 of them right here, and they are in excellent condition, and all they really need is just a quick run in the dishwasher. I try to dishwash or hand wash or washing machine everything I can from the bins because, you know, not just because of COVID, but in general, I just want to get anything I can off. Here is a very simple mason jar with a handle. That'll look cute with some roses. We have a small kitten ceramic holder. As you can see, it's got a little kitty on there. That'll look cute with a couple roses in there. Then we have a couple teapots, which I think will look really cool for the spring and for Mother's Day. This kind of looks like cherry blossoms to me, but it's a good size. You know, these items are going to typically have some marks on them. They're not going to be perfect because they are, after all, donated to the bins, but this will look great with some flowers, and I will be sure to show you guys what those flowers end up looking like with that particular one. And the last 2 hard items I have are another teapot. This one's a little smaller, so this will look cute with with smaller roses, and it actually has a Psalms Bible verse around the top. And this will make a great retirement gift. And so I'm retired. What's your excuse? Does not apply to me, but it would look great with some flowers in it, and it might apply to someone that you know who is retired or soon to be retired. So that kind of is all of the hard goods or the things that, weigh a little bit more. I do end up getting some books. Oh, and I forgot. I also keep a list of items I'm going to sell, items I'm going to keep, and items that I'm going to make for crafts. So far we have 12 items that we're going to sell. This is a keeper. However, this is a book for Walker. It's, he's not even 2 yet, but this book is a little bit advanced for him, but I thought it was really cute. It's in great condition, and it kind of discusses and gives definitions of things that are a little fun, a little bit more personality in those definitions. So I got this book for Walker. We're going to put that on the keep. And what I do is I keep track of the whole haul. That way I'll know what I paid for each item, how many items I got, and give you an average price at the end. So that'll be fun. The next item I got are some Justin boots. They are not for Walker. I actually got these to resell on Kidizen and also on Poshmark. They're a little dirty on the bottom, but they're in really good condition. I know Justin boots is a good quality. I didn't know they made kids boots. So I'm thinking that these are 6.5B. So unless they're not actually kids, maybe they're just for really people with really small feet. I'll have to look those up. I thought these were kids, but when you wear a size 11, everything else looks like a kid size. The other item I found that I think will do well is this Cabby warm jacket. I washed it. It had a couple issues on it that came clean. This is a size 14, so I got this because Cabby is a good brand. Now, not everything in their line is good for resale, but it's a great color and it's a great size and great condition. So it's got the little, kind of belt cinched part in the back. So that'll be great. That is definitely for sale. Then we have an item that I hadn't anticipated picking up. Now, when you go to the bins, you have to have a completely open mind. Was I in the market? Was I looking for cushions for my backyard? No, I was not. However, I was at the bins. I saw one. I thought, oh, I like that pattern. The ones that I have on my metal patio set are kind of drab. They're getting faded and kind of gross. So yeah, this would look great to just liven up that part of the backyard. And after a while, all I could find was one. And so that was a little disappointing, so I put it back. I went to a different two. So I those 2, went back and grabbed the first one, thought, okay, now I have 3. And of course, I just kept being persistent with it and found all 4. So that is really exciting. I'm going to keep those inside through the winter, and then when the spring comes, I will have a pop of color out there on the patio. So I'm excited for that. That's definitely a keep. Now we've got a few items here that I have got to sell. This one is actually going to go with some other Disney items that I've collected. I'm going to put together a lot of Princess Disney items. This is just a little felt purse. So that is definitely going to be sold. Purses are interesting. You either go for the brand or you go for something that's unique. This one, I didn't even actually look at comps. The brand for this one is called Ashley M, but it is a cool Elvis purse. And you might notice it's also in the shape of a guitar. It even has this little strap here that has a picture of Elvis on it. So it's in good condition. I'm sure there are still Elvis fans out there. So I got this to sell. The next item is a bra. This one I have to kind of see. It's a glamorized bra. I don't know if that brand is good for resale. If not, it might be something that I can wear. So that's a question mark. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to keep or sell that one. Now this is an interesting purse. So I turned it out to clean it. It's not quite clean yet. And it is a 31 purse that I often get. I love 31. I used to sell for them. For those of you who don't know, this is inside out, which is why I'm trying to turn it the right way. 31, they sell purses. They sell organizing totes. They sell things that you can get monogrammed. This is a crossbody bag, and it's still wet because it's still drying from when it was washed. And it's got the letter A on it. So I've sold this type of purse in different patterns all the time. So when I saw this at the bins, it was a little dirty. So I picked it up and I started looking through it. And you know, I saw something in the pocket and I was like, oh, that's some trash. So I picked it, went like this to pick it out, and you'll never guess what I found in the pocket, you guys. I found two $2 bills. And yes, those are real. For those of you who don't know what a $2 bill is, Google it. It is real, and 25 cents. So if you take the $43 over here on the screen that I paid, I got $4.25 back. So that was a fun find. So I got a good purse to resell and some cash. That has never actually happened to me before. I might have found a penny or something, but to find cold hard cash, that's a good thing. So we're definitely selling that purse, but keeping the money. Next is this cute Children's Place sweater. This is a 4T. Walker is almost in 3Ts right now, wearing a few of them. So this will look really cute on him. So we're going to keep this for baby boy. And, you know, we may end up selling it, you know, with kids' clothes. That's the thing. You might have something really cute, but he may be this size in the middle of summer. And so we may not be able to wear this, but that's why I'm actually expanding a lot of my kids' clothing. This one will be on Poshmark and also cross-posted on Kidizen, because those are going to be some ways that a lot of parents go through that same thing. And you also don't want to spend a whole lot of money on clothes because those kids go through them like nobody's business. So here's another one. This is a Carter's 12-month. Too small for Walker, but definitely going to be going as part of my Kidizen site. This is not my favorite color in the world, but I'm sure it is someone's. This is a polo by Ralph Lauren, XXL. I would call it a mustard colored crew sweater. I just noticed there's a little bit of a little pull in the back, but we will definitely note that in the listing, and we will see if someone would like to have that. So that's definitely a sell. Next, I have some more. I think I have the top to this. These are Carter's size 8 jammy pants. I think that if I'm going to keep these right here, I'm pretty sure that I got they have fairies and moons on them. I think I have the top that goes with that, so that'll make a great PJ set. That's going to be a sell. Here's another Children's Place. This is actually a 5/6 sweater that I got for Walker, so we will save that. That's a keeper. This is a very pretty color. The brand on this is Ann Taylor Loft. It's a size 8, and I just really like the color. Now, I did wash it. There were some surface dirt on it that came out, but this is a great spring jacket, and I know it's January right now, but this is the exact time that online resellers and brick and mortar resellers should start putting their spring items out, because people will start looking for spring before it's here, and you want to have that ready for them. This is now there's a lot of kid stuff at the bins, and unless you have kids, you may not recognize even what some of this stuff is. This looks like a very small bed sheet. It's not going to fit a twin bed, but it is going to fit a crib. It's a crib sheet. And so I washed this up. It's got a great pattern. I think we're good as far as crib sheets go, but if Walker doesn't need it, then we're going to go ahead and sell that. So I'm going to put that on the sell list. This is another one of those items that unless you have kids and you see this, you're not exactly sure what it is. Actually, I have kids and I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's a few clues. So this is made by a company. I think it's called, here it is. It's called Ergo Baby. And it looks to be like one of those things that you are able to have your child sleep in to sort of keep them from rolling over. There's a pillow that goes inside. I washed it. I'm going to do a little bit of research on it, but it's got this strap. I mean, I never used anything like this for my kids, but it's a way to sort of keep them cuddled in when they're real little so they don't roll over. So that's something that I'm sure will do really well. I have a lot of people who look for that specialty kind of thing on Kidizen. Another item for Kidizen is this great, and I'd give this to Walker, but I think he has too many already. It's a quilt, and I can't, I haven't determined if it's, I think it might be handmade. But on the back, it's got this pocket. And so what you do is you fold the quilt up, and when you fold it, it fits right into the pocket. So then suddenly you have a pillow. So this is going to be great on Kidizen. Again, I will have to determine if this is handmade or if it is machine made. And the way you do that is you look at the stitching. You know, if the stitching looks to be completely perfect, then you know it's a machine. If you look at the stitching and it looks like it might be not crooked necessarily, but just not as consistent, then you would know it would be handmade. So either case, this is going to be a sell. So this is a great, great fun item. And the bright colors, I got it because the colors are bright and because it didn't have any wear around the edges. A lot of the blankets that I pick up will have wear around the edges, and that makes it a little bit more difficult to sell. Now this, very wrinkled, but this, I believe, was handmade. It's a cool apron. Now, I don't typically wear aprons, although maybe I should because I'm cooking a lot more and I don't need to get my clothes all gross. But this is just really nice fabric. It's got really long ties here. So I'm going to go ahead and list that as an apron. I'm not sure if it's going to go on eBay. I have actually another apron on eBay, so maybe that's where I'll put it. We have some more baby clothes. This is Carter's 3 months sleep sack. It's going to go on Kittison. Then I bought something as more of a craft project for myself. So as I mentioned, every single time I make things out of ties. This is a dog collar that somebody made out of a tie. And so I got this not because I have a dog, because I don't, but I wanted to see sort of how you made it. And I was Googling online last night, found out you can buy this clip part. You can also buy this part right here. And then of course you need the part that, this is just a key ring, actually. I think I already have a bunch of those. So this is the part where you would clip on the leash. I wanted to see the construction, but I also wanted to see the wear. So ties are really pretty silk typically, sometimes polyester fabric. They're not made to be super strong. And so if you're using it to make something like this, you can tell that it got worn on the edges. So I might need to be a little smarter in the kind of tie that I choose, but the shape of the tie and the length of the tie lends itself to making dog collars. So I'm very excited about that. They look extremely simple to make. So more news on that as I figure out how to get these supplies. And if nothing else, I can make one out of this and find other dog collars that might be chewed up, but the hardware part would still be good. So I'm excited about this opportunity. This is going to be in the craft section because it's more of a project for me to figure out and then make more things out of ties. One of the other things that I do a lot of on my Revintage site, and I've told you guys before, is craft supplies. And so a lot of times at the bins, you'll find craft supplies, people who may have gotten them from someone who passed away or people who just have too many craft supplies and don't know what to do with them. So I found a bunch of these. This looks like it's a knitting. Oh, actually, this is a sewing pattern. So this just takes fabric. Some of these are, this is a toothbrush rug. I don't exactly know what that is. But, oh, it tells you exactly how. I think it's kind of like a crocheting thing. Here's another one that looks like a patchwork. So some of these are quilting. Some of them are other crafts. This one is actually a cross stitch kit, which I'm excited. I used to do a lot of cross stitch back in the day. We're talking like 25 years ago. But people still do it. It's a great hobby. And so I just got a whole pile of these. And so looks like it's probably 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, say 20 of these. So that's 20 items I'm going to sell. I'm just going to mark that as one item just for our math purposes. But these will be great. And since if there's a barcode on it, I might even be able to sell them on Amazon without having to take pictures. Here's another knitting book. I have thousands, well, hundreds, if not thousands of knitting patterns that I already sell. So I'm excited to add those to the inventory. This item is a transparency film. Now, there are a lot of you out there who don't know what this machine did, but back in the day, this is how teachers would project their lessons out through onto the wall. Now, I got this because sometimes there may just be something on a document that I need to change or erase or something. So I got these. I don't know if I'll ever use them, but I love getting things like this because maybe there will be a craft project that I need to have a transparency and print on there to lay it over something else. So I got these. Those are definitely going to be a keeper. Well, I guess I can call them as crafts, but in any case, I'm not going to sell those. It's just something that I like. Those kinds of office supplies are always good to have around the house. Now, this item is a Stitch Fix canvas bag. It still has the tag on it. Now, this was actually a bag that it looks like shoes went in. Now, I've never used Stitch Fix. But because it was a new bag, I thought, you know what, it might be worth selling. So I'm going to try to sell that. If not, it might be something that I could package some of my other stuff in when I sell it. So either way, it's very lightweight and good. This, for those of you who don't know, is a knitting loom. I have actually sold about 5 or 6 of these all before. I either sell them individually or I sold them in a big group. So because I had such demand for these, I went ahead and picked this one up. This one's kind of small. They come in different sizes. So I'll either sell this one individually or wait till I find a couple others and lump them together. This is just a small toy. It's made out of wood. The company is called Hokkaido. It's eco-friendly toys, which I'm always in favor of that. I'm going to clean this up a little bit and probably try to sell this on my Kittison site because it's too, I mean, Walker might like to play with it, but it's really, I think, intended for a smaller baby. Which leads me to this. Now, this is elastic that I found at the bins, and it's a little too wide for face masks. But let me tell you, if I had found this back in April, I would have totally tried to make face masks out of it. I don't know how much is on here, but you can tell it has not been used. And so what I'm going to do is measure this out and sell this as a craft supply on revintage.com. It's a lot of elastic. It's still stretchy, which means it's not too old. Sometimes if you find really old elastic and you go to stretch it, it'll crack. That's not good. It means it's old elastic. Don't buy it. Got this little hat. Walker loves hats. Like I said, he's 20 months. So we're going to keep that for him. I washed it. It's a Nickelodeon hat. So if he doesn't like it, it will go on Kittison. This is a brand new pair of sweater tights. They're medium large. They're not my size, but because they're brand new, and actually I have a friend of mine, shout out to Sherry, who dropped off a bunch of stuff for me to sell. The other day there was another pair of tights. So when you kind of have a couple, if they're the same size, I'll lot them together. But in any case, I will sell those. Next is a whole pile of craft stuff. Now, I will show you, but I just wanted to show you one first. So this is, it's sort of like a woven trim. I don't know. I think it might actually have to take a look at it. I think you could actually pull this string and maybe it's actually fringe. And so there's a lot of bees that have the fabric ticketed around it. So for example, this one from part of it is faded, but this particular one, brand new, would have cost $2.23. It looks like, or 20 is 39 yards, 0.39 yards. So you can tell that this is new trim that has been purchased for the purpose of being crafty. Now I have tons of them in this box with all of this. Some that aren't as nicely put together as that one. I got some stuff in my hair. But lots of it. And so when you have something like this, it'll be great because they'll be able to list all different kinds of colors. Someone will be able to really find some great craft projects. There's a lot of great colors in here. They're not too tangled. I know it looks kind of tangled right now. There's also some trim like this. That's a piece of wood. So you have to also clean your items. But this is some great trim. And so these will make somebody's day doing, whether they do craft projects with mixed media collages or sewing or pillows. I mean, there's just a lot of different things. So I was excited to see this. These were all kind of grouped together at one place in the bins. So I know they all came from the same place. Not exactly sure how to list this on my list, and now I have a whole pile of these in front of me. But that is something for resale. I also got this yarn. Now, normally I don't pick up every random yarn, but I had no idea that Isaac Mizrahi made yarn. So I was curious, and because I also got the loom, I thought, well, maybe I can group this together. So I really just got this for my own curiosity to see what it was like and to remind myself to do a little bit more research on this. So it'll eventually end up being sold, unless, I don't know, I guess I can make something out of it. We'll have to see. It's kind of got this cool blue yarn, blue frilly yarn in with the pink. So we'll have to see what we end up doing with that. So this is cool. I know you know that I'm very patriotic. So by the way, happy Inauguration Day. somebody made this, and the way that I know this, or at least it's a pretty good guess, is look at what they used for the hook. It's a soda tab. It's 2 soda tabs actually. And so one of these is a little bit loose, so I might secure that a little bit better. But this would be a great Americana piece to sell or to hang up in my home. I currently don't have a whole lot of Americana throughout the house. We just have one room with it, which is our library. So this is probably going to be a sell because it's more rustic. But anything with a big star on it, I love. So I had to get that for sure. Here are a couple more pieces of the trim that we talked about. I still have right here that you can't see right below. I also just like to get little Elmo things. You know, this really makes Walker happy. He likes to play with it with his cars. So that's a definite keep. Now, I have not looked at the comps for this, but I know that there are all kinds of people out there that collect Wilton cake pans. I have 2 of them already for sale on my eBay and Poshmark sites. Maybe I could actually put those on Kitizen too. I'll have to see. So something like this, I could have looked up and just seen. It's so lightweight. It's perfect condition. You know, you can tell it's not been used. I just grabbed it because why not? It is from 2003. And what you do if you're interested in finding these or selling them is Wilton makes it very easy. You just look up that code, that 2105-2076. And you can look online on eBay right now and see if it's worth anything. So I went ahead and got that. So it's definitely to sell. And it looks like we have one more item that I can sell here. This one is a needlepoint, and I talked about cross stitch before. This one says warm friendship like the setting sun, sheds kindly light on everyone. So, you know, it's got a little bit of damage on the back, but you can definitely tell it is handmade. It's not something that was made from the store. Actually, if I look back here, I can probably even see, just take this off, see if I can find a year. Sometimes you can find a year along the sides here. I don't see one right off the top right now, but I can replace this with some better paper. But I also have done this in the past where I've restored them. You know, this is kind of, I think it's wood, a wood frame. It's not very sturdy. But there's also some staining here that I could wash this. I haven't quite decided exactly what I'm going to do. I have a whole box of frames, so I might see if I can find a frame that does this a little bit more justice. But having done needlepoint and cross stitch, I know how much work goes into these. So this is definitely going to be something that I resell on my Etsy website. So let me count up real quick the things that I have counted, and we will see what an average price is. It looks like I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40, 43 items to sell, 6 items to keep, 2 for crafts, and 1 I'm not sure. So if you take 43, look, I've got 52 items here, 52 into 43. I mean, that's what kind of makes this whole thing. Sorry, I have this whole pile right here. So if you take $43 and you divide it by 52 items. Now I counted this as 1 item. So that wasn't, I mean, obviously this is more than 1 item, but just having said that, you're talking about 82 cents for this entire pile of stuff. So 82 cents per item is what I spent. I'm super excited because that means I can sell these items, save them from the landfill, find a new home for them, and make some money at the same time. So that's why I do the bins. That's why I'm so excited to show you the things that I learn on Ready, Set, Resell. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope you learned a little something, and stay tuned for Lunch and Learn at 1:30 next week. Thanks.